Today I'm going to talk to you about power balance wristbands. Now there's a lot of controversy over these bands. Some claim they work, some claim they don't. Many of the athletes, as you know, in various disciplines wear these to improve their performance. We have a number of athletes here that come to the clinic, in particular martial artists, and one guy in particular called Bernardo Treco, and he, for his weight division, is the world champion cage fighter. And I asked him, do you feel that these help you? And he said, I don't know, but he wears them just in case to give them that extra edge. So as you know, athletes are always looking for any little extra they can get, and that's often why they wear these. So what I wanted to do today was to try and resolve some of those questions. Do they actually work? And of course there are cheaper brands on the market, and we'll get to that in a moment. So what I'd like to do is demonstrate what we do in the clinic, because initially I thought it was a bit of a gimmick, and a lot of my patients came in, especially the athletes I mentioned and the martial arts fighters came in wearing them, and they all asked me, what do I think? So I began to test with them. I bought some to begin to play with. I was particularly interested in getting them for RSI, repetitive strain injury, for the wrist and the elbow. And we had some good results. Now not everyone that we tested on these actually tested that they need them. A couple of patients after, out of about 50 to 100 people that we tested, it's probably about 2 the body said no, for whatever reason it wasn't actually helping them. And one of those ladies did have an RSI, but others that have used it for RSI, we've had some good results. So I'm going to test my assistant Lucy. Now the reason I've asked Lucy for this is because she's extremely sensitive to the muscle test, and it's very, very obvious when there's a weakness there. So Lucy, would you like to come up here for me, please? And one of the tests that the company recommends that you do is to bend that knee for me. Good. And we just test like that, and of course she goes weak quite easily. You can see that. Push for. Okay, you ready? Push, good. Now put your leg down, just get your balance back. Okay, do it again for me. And we put it on the wrist like that, and she strengthens nicely. Take it off, she weakens. Put it on, she strengthens. Okay, now a couple of other things. Just put that down for the moment. If we use a mobile phone, push for me, immediately just completely goes weak. Nothing. I'm hardly even pushing. Take it away, push, she strengthens. Put that again on the wrist, just hold it against your thigh like that for me. Push for me, and she strengthens. Okay, very good. Now, we also have here a battery-driven watch. That's a mechanical watch. This is a battery-driven one. So we put that on the belly button, center of the energy field. We put it on the brain point, and immediately she goes weak. So it can weaken in different parts of the body. Again, we put that against the wrist. We put that on the forehead, and she strengthens. Okay, so what that tells me is that there is benefit in these, and I'll come to why in a moment. Okay, now the other thing I often do with the patient, I'll say, I'll put on the wrist, give me a score out of 10 for balance. If 10's good and 1's not good. It's 5, start halfway, it's a 6, it's a 7, it's an 8, it's a 9, it's a 10. So it just starts to go a little bit weak on 10. So we know for balance it's a 10. For strength, it's a 5, it's a 6, it's only a 5. So although they're promoted for strength, flexibility and balance, for Lucy it's only a 5. I didn't know what was going to happen there. So now we do flexibility. It's a 5, it's a 6, it's a 7, it's an 8, it's a 9, it's a 10. Now let's just throw one in there, let's say for power, which is similar to strength, but we'll just do power. It's a 5, it's a 6, yeah, so it's basically the same. Okay, So now, thank you, Lucy. Can I now have Lauren come up, please? Now, Lauren is not nearly as sensitive as Lucy. Okay, she's actually got a much stronger build. Lucy's more delicate, but she's also more sensitive. You can see Lauren's quite strong to start with. So, okay, so if we find that with Lauren and the fawn, she's fine, no problem. But interestingly enough, and we did this before, just to check it out, I'll find the belly, there it is, belly button. So I didn't quite have it on the belly button. As soon as we put it on the belly button, gone. Okay, so just put that, no, just hold it against your side, that's it. Put on the belly button, push, and she's strong. Okay, so again, when we take somebody different, okay, so bend your knee for me, push for me. Okay, try again, bend your knee. Alright, okay, a bit difficult, is it? Okay, bend your knee for me, push up for me. Okay, so we can see the difference, you could feel that too. Okay, thank you very much, Lauren. Okay, so these actually have a little plate which is made of mylar, and mylar is something that's actually used to reduce static electricity on electrical components. And what they do is they imprint this particular disc with a frequency. Now the frequency of the body is 8.7 Hertz. So what they do, they imprint this with the frequency of the body. So when you're wearing it, it's harmonizing with your body's frequency and helping something that has a negative frequency for your body, something that disrupts your body's energy field or your frequency, like digital clock, like the watch, like the radio. So there are many forms of what we call EMR, electromagnetic radiation, and also negative frequencies that can affect your body. And we've just used a couple here to demonstrate the effectiveness of this power band. And so in this disc is the frequency, you wear it, and then it actually helps to protect you against the effects of the negative frequencies. Can I just have Lucy come up here too? What we also found is that, which many people aren't aware of, and this is very important, every day, no, she can't use it every day, every second day, every third day, oh, okay, oh, so it's up and push, every day, no, every second day, should take it off, every second day, okay, so every second day, so, thank you Lucy. So what that means is, for Lucy, she should wear it on one wrist one day, and on the other wrist the next day, because she can have too much of it. And so that actually helps to keep the frequency coming in balance. Now, with some patients, in particular some of the athletes that come, they need to wear it every 4 days. So we get them to put it on wrist, wrist, ankle, ankle, then back onto the wrist. So what I intend to do is to buy some cheapies, because these are the so-called expensive legitimate ones. So I'm going to get some cheap ones, and then we'll test them as we've shown today, and then we'll come back to you once I've been able to get the cheap ones and let you know the verdict. Until then, thank you very much.